Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pet Barbecue. So I've had tri-tip cooked plenty of ways. Grilled, smoked, Santa Maria style, but I've never tried a direct heat tri-tip. Now some of you guys might be thinking, well, it's the same as Santa Maria style, isn't it? Well, it's not. I'll explain that to you. Stay tuned. So on a Santa Maria style grill, you're gonna have your grill at the very bottom. Your fuel source can be splits of wood or it can be lump charcoal. You're gonna have your grate on top of that charcoal, and then you're gonna put your protein on that, and the grate is adjustable. Some of the problems with Santa Maria style grills are that you're gonna lose a lot of heat and a lot of smoke flavor because it's out in the open. Yes, it does cook really well, but you are losing heat and a lot of that smoke flavor. So on a direct heat cooker, your fire is gonna be at the very bottom of that cooker. The grate is going to be inside of that box, somewhere on the top of that. Now the grate is not adjustable, but I've seen some where you can actually make the grate adjustable. Now the beautiful thing about using a direct heat cooker is that your heat and your smoke are concentrated and they stay inside of that box. And last but not least, most direct heat cookers are going to have a lid to again hold that heat and smoke inside of that box. Now let's get to that tri-tip. All right, I got my tri-tip steaks right here. I actually got a 2-pack. So we're going to be cooking up 2 of these. And hopefully they didn't trim off too much of the fat. I did pick these up at my local Costco. Yeah, looks like they trimmed most of the fat off, actually all of it. That's okay, we're going to make these work. Now these are a choice grade tri-tip. Now when I was shopping for these at Costco the other day, I moved all of the packages around and these were at the bottom and had the most marbling. And I got to tell you, these are more like prime instead of choice, so I picked these up. In fact, the other ones were all red with very little fat, and these had quite a bit of fat on it, so I picked these up. And make sure you guys look for that when you're buying your tri-tip steaks. So if you guys have been watching my YouTube channel for quite a while, you guys know that my favorite tri-tip seasoning is this Cattleman's Grill California tri-tip. There is nothing better. I'm not going to use any binder, but I am going to go kind of heavy. Actually, I'm going to use the other side of this bottle, so it just pours out. There you go. This rub right here on tri-tip is absolutely amazing. And I've used this on steaks and burgers before and it is absolutely delicious. So it's good for more than just tri-tip. Don't forget your sides. It's got a lot of dehydrated vegetables in there. So it's got a really good flavor. Now we're going to be flipping these tri-tips quite a bit, and a lot of this rub will fall off, okay? So make sure you add enough so your tri-tip stays nice and flavorful. So if you guys are interested in getting some of this tri-tip seasoning from Cattleman's Grill, check out the links below and order a few bottles. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. So about a year ago, I did a tri-tip video where I cooked some tri-tip on a Santa Maria style grill, because I had seen Mark Wiens. He was out in California, he stopped by this restaurant. They cooked tri-tips on a Santa Maria style grill, and they cooked such a simple sandwich. It was just on buttered toast with a little bit of horseradish as an option. And that's exactly what I want to do today as well. We're going to be making sandwiches, real simple sandwiches, but I'm more interested in the flavor of the tri-tip. Does direct heat cooking give the meat a better taste than Santa Maria style grills do? We're about to find out. All right, I'm gonna let these sit on my counter for about 30 minutes. Let's go fire up my chud box. Stay tuned. All right, let's light up this chud box. I'm gonna be using Jealous Devil lump charcoal. You guys know my routine. I am gonna be using my grill gun from Grill Blazer. If you guys don't have one of these, you gotta get one. Alright, the chud box is lit. I'm going to wipe down the grates. You guys know I like to clean my chud box grates with a watered up piece of foil. I'm not sure if you guys can see the buildup right here on this grate. Man, that's hot. But you can see it right here. Watch this. Look at that, like brand new. So that's where I'm going to be placing the tri-tips. All right, I'm going to shut the door on the left side. I'm going to run the pit at 325 degrees. We'll come back and flip them in 20 minutes. Stay tuned. All right, so about 15 minutes have passed. Let's take a look at our tri-tip. All right, let's give them a flipperooski here. Oh man, that is perfect. Got very little char on there. Oh yeah. All right, so far so good. The pit is running at 325 degrees. I'm gonna let these tri-tip cook for about 15 minutes on the other side, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, another 15 minutes have passed, total cook time of 30 minutes. Now I did start to melt a little bit of butter inside this cast iron pot so we can butter our bread. Let's go ahead and flip these bad boys. And these tri-tip steaks are looking really good. Look at that. I have a feeling these are going to be so tasty. All right, let's get an internal temperature on these tri-tip steaks. This one here is sitting at 121 degrees. And this one is about 127. So it's a little hotter on this side. So I'm going to rotate these. So I'm going to take these tri-tip steaks to 135 degrees. I'm going to pull them off and let them rest. Once I pull these off, I'm going to bring the bread out, butter it up, and toast that on the grill. Stay tuned. All right, so I got some nice crusty French bread. I'm going to butter it up. Add enough butter. We're going to grill these right on the grates. All right, let's check our toast. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Nice golden brown color. Let's head inside and make the sandwich. All right, the tri-tip steaks are ready and they are resting. So while they rest, I'm gonna make a horseradish sauce. I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons of Duke's mayo. Doesn't have to be exact. And 3 tablespoons of a prepared horseradish. I'm going to add a 1/4 tablespoon of mustard seed, a pinch of black pepper, all right, maybe 2 pinches, pinch of salt, a little dash of the California tri-tip seasoning, and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Just like that much. Mix it all together. This is my absolute favorite horseradish sauce for tri-tip sandwiches or even steak. This is absolutely delicious. All right, so here's our tri-tip. So when you're slicing a tri-tip, the grains right here on this tail run in this direction, okay? But right here, they turn in this direction, so you need to also turn. So this is pretty simple. Just cut small rings. Now, if you do have family that likes their meat cooked a little bit more well, give them these pieces right here, okay? Because it is thinner. But as you get closer to the thicker part, it's going to be that kind of medium rare, medium range. Okay, check that out. Perfect. Let me show you how to slice this up first. Now you don't want your slices too thick or too thin. Probably 1/4 inch slices is good. All right, right around here is when the grains turn. Okay, so what you need to do is turn the tri-tip as well in this direction. Almost like your brisket. Oh man, look at all those juices. A lot of people think that's blood, but it's not. That's actually myoglobin. The blood is carried through the veins, not the meat, okay? All right, so for the sandwich, I'm just gonna add a few slices of the tri-tip. Look at that, just layer them on there. Now that's a sandwich. Top it off. Oh yeah. Let's give this bad boy a taste. All right, so before I bite into that sandwich, I want to taste the tri-tip by itself and see how we did. All right, here it is. Nice and juicy, still dripping. Look at that. Cheers. Nice and tender, extremely flavorful. So good. You see how easy it tears apart? That's exactly what you want on tri-tip. All right, now for this monster sandwich. Look at that. That is perfect. Nothing but tri-tip, butter, and French bread. Nice and toasty and crusty on the outside. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to smash this one down a little bit though. Just like that. Here we go. Man, I gotta tell you, if you guys have never tried a sandwich like this, nothing on it, give it a shot. It's absolutely delicious. Now let's try some of that horseradish that I made. Oh yes. Man, this horseradish kicks up this tri-tip sandwich about 10 levels. It is so darn good. Well, that chud box did it again. There is something very special about cooking over direct coals like that. The flavor is unbelievable and you have got to give it a shot. This tri-tip is money. Look, I'm not saying that offset smokers are overrated, but I am gonna say that these direct heat style cookers are underrated, especially this chud box. And if you guys have not cooked over direct coals like this, you are missing out. I hope you guys enjoyed this tri-tip video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe Spit BBQ. See ya.